supportive, positive, no drama-free. So if you want to be a part of a cool group that talks about figs and retro and collectibles and cool stuff like that, come and join us over at the Figs Down Under Facebook group.
And I will say we're at 760 members. Started about 2 years ago with one. I was the first one. And the founder and chief executive officer of Figs Down Under. The goal was, James, actually, before we started doing the podcast, James, we did the live stream, James set the goal of 1,000 members by Christmas. And that was about January. And we're getting close. 760, 240. Everyone invites a friend. Please don't invite my wife to the group so she doesn't find out about how much money I've been spending. So that'd be great. But,
well, mate, my wife's in the group, so I behave myself.
Oh, can I tell you a quick funny story? This afternoon, I said to my kids, I'm going to do the podcast tonight, so you got to be quiet and leave me alone. And my daughter said to me, yeah, I know. I listened to it at school the other day. And I said, what do you mean you listened to it at school? She goes, I was on my iPad, so I just listened to it at school.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Right on. I said, how much did you listen to? She goes, about 5 minutes, and it got boring. Like, oh, thanks a lot. Yeah.
What did she say what the 5 minutes was like? Was it good?
She said Luke was really good. She said the bushwhack was good. Then she goes away to shit after that. So.
Well, thanks to your daughter. That's awesome. Yeah. Did she leave a 5-star review?
They said, do a review on iTunes. She said, no, I'm doing
that. Where are we up to, mate? Okay, let's quickly talk about this United States Postal Service potential issue. So it's a real thing, Chris, a real thing. So we are on the list of countries that are a no-go zone, suspension due to unavailability of transportation, which is obviously due to COVID.
The United States has the most COVID cases of any country in the world.
Yeah.
And they're putting us on a list?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
irony in that?
Yeah, but it's I think the problem, Chris, is, if sellers are selling stuff on eBay to us, or there's about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 20 countries on the list.
Yeah.
But people are selling stuff overseas. It's getting lost in transit, or they're just not receiving it. And they open a file on PayPal, and the seller's not getting the money back, and they don't get their item back. So there's been enough complaints over the last, you'd say, 18 months or a year, 12 months, that they've just gone, right, no more Australia. We're done. So you can blame our strict border control and our COVID restrictions for that.
Well, I've had a parcel of Legends sitting in Melbourne for well over a week, and it's arrived. And you know what's cheeky is if you use the tracking from USPS, it actually says scanned into Melbourne 13th of September.
Yeah.
But then if you check Australia Post with the same tracking number, it says waiting to depart San Francisco, USA.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it hasn't arrived yet. I can see that it has arrived. You guys need to sort it out.
Yeah.
I think in this situation, I think we should just all blame Victoria.
It's a shambles.
I think just blame Victoria. It's just the easiest way to do it.
Mate, I think let's just blame 2021 as an absolute shambles. We all should just go to sleep and wake up New Year's Eve ready for 2022. Bigger and better in 2022.
I won't tell you that in WA we are living like normal.
I know. Yeah. We are too. Thank you. Yeah, but so many restrictions. I'm sick of wearing those masks. They're so annoying.
We haven't had those for a while, which is good.
Oh, really?
But it's funny because I got a lot of compliments when I wore my mask to work for a while. As people said, it really suits you. You should wear it all the time. Oh, thanks.
Put your mask on, Chris.
Yeah, so it's funny because I got a few messages from the live stream saying, could you wear your mask during the live stream? So that's a strange request, but I could do it. So.
Well, anyone watching tonight and anyone who is listening, if you guys are having an issue with postage, thanks to the restrictions, please let us know, because I don't know. I guess I'll share in Merch Perch what I've got coming up, but I'm hesitant to pay the money now because I don't want to wait and then, you know what I mean, leave that. There's always risk factors, right? So I'd rather pay when I know I can get my item and pay for the best shipping possible so it gets here ASAP.
I have heard that Star Trek and Toll are still shipping and they're actually really good. So
okay.
I don't know, because I guess they'd fall under couriers, which means it'd be more expensive, but
yep,
it's still an option It's not an option if you're buying stuff from businesses because they'll use whatever's cheapest.
Yeah.
But if you're buying from a private seller, you say, hey, look, can you send it through Star Trek or send it through Toll or who's the other big one? There's another
DHL.
one. Yeah, DHL, that's the other one. I think Toll and DHL are connected now, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
TNT, FedEx, Jackson. Yeah, right. All right, so
don't worry about it. It'll be fine. We'll be right.
All right. So we're going to be positive from now on for the rest of the show. All right, figure news. You know what? When I was piecing this show together, Chris, there wasn't really much news, and then the collecting gods just started delivering all this great news, and I'll let you kick it off with Jazzwares. This is huge news. Huge.
How good this morning was this announcement to wake up to. You got Ringside posting that AEW has announced a new partnership with the Owen Hart Foundation to honour Owen Hart's legacy. Action figures from Jazzwares have been announced as part of this historic relationship. So
outstanding.
Coming up in some form, there will be new Owen Hart figures, which we haven't had. So his last figure was the Blue Blazer figure from the Down Under tour or something DTA. I can't remember what it's called. It was a Jax.
Bone Cruncher?
DTA. What was it?
Was it a Bone Cruncher?
It was a Blue Blazer Owen Hart, and those have gone up a fair bit in price in the last probably 5 years. They used to be about $20, $30. Now they're selling for about $60 to $80. You obviously had the Owen Hart Hasbro, but there wasn't a lot around. And Martha, his wife, was really anti-WWE, didn't want them to be making money off of him. And the fact that they've now got an agreement, you could see it slowly coming because they did do the agreement with Pro Wrestling Crate or whatever it was, that they did the pins and they did a T-shirt. So you could see that it was coming, but huge news. The only thing is we won't get, I would imagine, Owen Hart in WWE gear because that would be licensed to WWE. So if you wanted a King of Hearts or you wanted a WrestleMania versus Bret Hart attire or a high energy attire, you won't be able to get that because they could make it look similar, but they couldn't use the exact likeness.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. Great news. I think everyone needs an Owen Hart for their collection.
Oh, well, those three you just mentioned there, that'd be the top three on my list to purchase. I'd get every single one of them.
Yeah, so would I. So I don't know what the way around it is for AEW figures, but tell you what, if you were a punter and you had to bet on a horse and you had Jazzwares and Mattel, I tell you what, I'd be betting on Jazzwares at the moment.
Yeah, look, I think one of the part owner, I think he's a part owner or partners, is that Jeremy Padawa, and he just gets it, man. Like he gets the community. He's a collector. He listens. He takes feedback and he acts upon it, right?
He gives back as well. He gives a lot of stuff.
Gives back, but the key ingredient there, he listens, right? And I think he looks at this from a global stage, right? Not just the US, and that is the biggest difference. Like we just talked about at the top of the show, with distribution being such a balls up for everywhere else except the States, it's unacceptable. And Jeremy's, when there was the distribution issues with the first few releases of Jazzwares, he was onto it. He addressed the problem head on, and that's the secret to a good business, mate. And it's
because in our What's Online segment, you might see some Jazzwares featured in there.
Looking forward to it. All right, let's keep going, buddy. Let's keep going. We've got Mattel. Speaking of Mattel, well, Elite Series 90. Look, hopefully Jeff will have them up for pre-order soonish. My fingers and toes are crossed, but I just wanted to highlight Bronson Reed still getting his figure despite being released, which is awesome. That's another Aussie in the line, and that Big Boss Man in the blue attire, that looks like such a sensational figure, and it really reminds me of the Big Boss Man Series 3 from the Hasbro line, right? You had the
it's going to go really well with the Ultimate Hulk as well.
Yeah.
So you're looking at that same sort of era. So that when that comes out, you get the Boss Man. Now we just need a new Earthquake. Let's get an Earthquake. There is an Earthquake coming, isn't there?
Yeah, with the Canadian flag.
With the Canadian flag. So we get our Earthquake, then we get a Dino Bravo, and we'll be set.
Oh, mate, Dino Bravo would be great. That's it for Mattel. Next up, we've got the Storm Collectibles. Jushin Thunder Lightning. Thunder Liger in red, green, and purple. These are great looking figures.
Nice soft goods cape, really cool figure. Storm Collectibles make amazing figures.
They do.
The whole Storm is the best one going around.
Yeah. Did you see the comparison pic that someone in the group, I think it was Asgalia, put up the most recent Survivor Series one, the Defining Moments and the Storm Collectibles, and the Storm Collectibles was head and shoulders above the rest.
But the other thing, though, when you look at those three, they're all three different eras.
Yeah.
So that Defining Moments is like early Hogan, and
great figure.
Yeah, it is a great figure, and I can't get past the face on the current one, the Survivor Series one.
Look, to be honest, the one I'm looking at mine now, and I think I might be a bit biased. It's like looking at your child and maybe he may be an ugly son of a bitch, but you think he's beautiful. Looking at mine, and mine doesn't look that bad compared to the ones I've seen online. And I just go, geez.
I'm going to wait for the Ultimate. If the Ultimate comes and it's no good, then I'm going to buy it. I don't know. I just can't buy it.
What? I wonder if you can get it. I wonder if you can head swap.
You definitely could. Yeah. With an Elite, you just need a hairdryer and the head will pop off.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
cool. All right. Up next, we've got Heels and Faces. So the Raven drawing, pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool. That's his WCW attire. Looks very, very good.
Do you think that that's going to have a soft goods shirt to tie around the waist?
I hope not. I hope it's all molded.
It says on the drawing, I'm trying to look really closely, it says plaid shirt cloth.
Yeah, might be a soft goods shirt.
Leather motorcycle jacket, leather jacket, curly hair. They wrote curly twice, just in case you weren't sure the first one.
Curly hair.
Knee pads. It's a very, very cool drawing.
Yeah.
How much reckon Ron Burnett's loving being back in the game?
Oh, mate. He doesn't look too happy. He never looks happy. He always looks cranky. And also where's my list? They also shared a Matt Cardona deathmatch prototype, which looked pretty cool. Not for me. I don't think it'd be for you either, but for those deathmatch fans, it looked pretty awesome.
No, good one.
All right, next we've got NECA. So you mentioned the crate box before. Now this is a Loot Crate exclusive, the Dark Knight Donatello turtle figure. Look, I won't be getting this, but I just think that's so good, and you get that as a part of a Loot Crate box, which is a great concept. I went onto the Loot Crate website the other day, and there's so many varieties of boxes you can get for as little as $35 US per month. You get a box of, I think it's 6 or 8 items: a figure, shirt, apparel, merchandise, whatever it may be. But that there is an exclusive to the Loot Crate boxes, and that cape has got like a wire in it, so you can position the cape in all different ways, which is sensational. Love it.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's a lot of businesses now doing the sort of mystery boxes, thinking that's a good way. And like even Cherry Collectibles, was it down in Melbourne, who repackaged all of their quite a lot of high-end collector's cards in AFL and other things. They put one card in a top in a one touch, sealed it up with their own packaging, sold them for $100 each. And then what you got was just a mystery card. And I've seen some people get some bloody good cards, yeah. So they clearly said, well, we're going to meet the value, and then we're just going to get these into circulation so people can either profit off them, but in total they would have made all the money they wanted to make off them, because they said there is no guarantee you'll get a card that's worth what you want or what you're paying, but there is a guarantee that you'll get something that's collectible. So something like a Sydney card or a Greater Western Sydney card, because the teams don't have as much support, the collectibles are worth a bit less. Whereas if you got a Richmond card, or I saw one person got a Michael Long signed Essendon Premiership card, that'd be worth about $300, surely. So
yeah, wow,
really cool.
It's a good little business down there in Melbourne, Cherry Collectibles. Check them
I've
out.
been there before, so I'll have to check them out.
I haven't been there myself.